To continuation with yesterday's session, yesterday what we have discussed once again, I am going to remind. So the okay. So yesterday we have discussed about what history of SAP and as well as what is R3. So at the same time, how long into how to log in into the SAP system and how many languages does SAP is going to support, and at the same time, and what are the screen parameters, what is the header screen, what is the status bar, what is the okay. So all these things yesterday we have discussed about that. Then to continuation with yesterday's session, let's see, today we are going to discuss about the how to log in into the SAP system. Okay, then let me open the system. Okay, for time being, what I am using S4HANA system. Okay, for login, because both the ECC and S4HANA, everything is for login purpose the same way what we need to log in. Let me collapse this one. So let me, this, I could say this is the SAP logon pad, but the way of log on ECC 6.0, if you have done the installation or if it will be running with help of the VMware. This is where the icon what you can able to see. Most of the cases 99% for ECC. So the system which will run through the VMware only. Okay, so the inside of the VMware which you can able to find the SAP system. Let's see. Okay, how we need to log in into the, as soon as once you will open, you will get the pop-up. Then we need to enter username and password. Now this is the, now once you reach here, you can see here, if you try to directly log in with the SAP logon pad, it will not work for you. What you need to do here, first you need to activate the system. Okay, so since it is an offline system, you need to log on in this way. You need to enter the password here. Then so that this should come into the green state as soon as once you start using the offline ECC. Let it be just a moment. It will. Let it just come into the green state. This status always when you are logging into the status is a run state. What we could see here, it should be always it's a wait mode. Okay, then you just wait for some more time so the status will get changed from run mode to wait mode. Then only you can start accessing. You can start logging now. Now you can see some other records has turned into the wait mode. Okay, two records are fine. Now, how to log in into the system, but in real-time server, no need to do all these things because that will have their own setup. Okay, directly we need to go to SAP logon pad. This is the SAP logon pad. Just double click this one so that it will be popping up the screen like this. Okay, then you can go back and you can log in. Remember, if this is the logon pad, okay, now in this logon pad, you can able to, okay, have a multiple clients, okay, multiple clients. What I am talking about here, let me go here. This will have clear visibility. So let us assume this is a one of the development server. Again, one more server you may have, it will be the quality server. One more server, you will have the production server. Okay, so for each and client will have a individual username, individual passwords. Okay, it's up to you how you are going to set up the passwords. But most of the cases, 99% the username will be common. Then for each and every client will have a separate password. Okay, just remember that one. Now, as soon as once we try to click on log on here, regarding this client, yesterday we have already discussed. Okay, for each client will have a, for each uh, client or each server will have a one or more clients. Okay, now you need to provide username. This username you need to aware of that one. Then enter the password. Then here the language, the system, it is taking by default is a English language. Okay, if you want to log in any specific language, then that can be also possible. As I yesterday explained, let me try to. Then here D, I would like to log in into the German language. Let me try to enter. Okay, I will explain you about this one. What is this pop-up? Now you can see if I go here, the system, it has been logged into the German language. Now you can see here, you don't understand the language as compared with the this one. See, Office cross application components. Since this is the English language where we can able to see and we can understand. Now at the same time, you can see here, this has been logged into the other than local language. Remember, okay, as I explained yesterday, the SAP is going to support for 40 plus languages, 48 languages around. Okay, now I am going to logging of this one. At this moment, this does not require for us. Even you can see. Fine. Now, the point number one is a how to log in into the system we have seen. Then let us assume the same user ID is using multiple users. Okay, now I am using the same user ID and same password because I have my own user ID. For time being, I have shared that user ID to some X person. Or else, okay, I am only the, I have logged already, I have logged into once in this client. But again, if I would like to log in with the same username, same password, let's see what system will say here. Here, see, now we are attempting multiple logins with the single username. In that situation, what system is asking here, whether you would like to terminate this session. See, system is here showing the three options. Whether you would like to terminate this session or else if you want to continue with this login without ending other sessions. Other sessions, this I have already logged in here. I do not want to close the existing login, even though I want to continue with this session. Okay, then okay, fine. So now this is the one, continue with this login and end any other sessions. Let us assume, okay, now I have already logged into here. Now, if I select this one, what will happen? The system will log in, open one more screen here. It will end this session. We'll see the options, how it is going to work. Okay, terminate, we understood. Okay, terminate means it will not open any screen. See now, it is not yet opened. Only you can able to see, only this is the one. Okay, it has been opened. Now let me try to one more time. Let me try to log in. Now I do not want to see now only one SAP screen I have opened here. Remember, here continue with this login without ending other sessions. First, let me see the option number 1. See, if somebody already logged in with the same username, or you might have logged in, you do not want to, you want to close all other sessions, you want to continue with this session. Just select this one, enter. See now what system is giving that some message. Now you can see system has been closed the existing session. Now it is opening the new session. See now it is open only one session. See now this is a logon pad. This is the where we started the SAP system. Then we'll try the second option. What system will say? Now continue with this login. What I'm trying to say to system here, do not end any other existing sessions which already been opened. This session I do not want to close, even though I want to open this session. Okay, select the second option, then continue. See, now you can see here, system has been opened here, 2 sessions. Okay, with the separate login. Remember how to open the SAP screens. Okay, if you are using multiple logins, remember. Then the next one. How many screens we can able to open at a time? The SAP screen, the SAP screens. Okay, then how many screens, how many SAP screens we can able to open at a time? The maximum I'll mention, if I say the maximum 6 screens, 6 screens we can open at a time. More than that, the system will not allow us. Let's see that one. Okay, how it is going to work. Now already here I have already opened the one session. Okay, then let me open the new session. Either if you can come and click here, the system will open the new session. See, session number 1, session number 2. This I will explain you later. Session number 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have reached the maximum sessions. Let me try to open the one more session. What system will say? Now you can see here maximum number of sessions reached by you. Okay, so meaning that we cannot able to open more than 6 sessions at a time. Just remember this one. Okay, now going to the, I'm just closing this one. Okay, one by one I'm showing here. Now the next one is how to create a new session. Okay, now the maximum 6 sessions we can able to open. How to create new session? There are 2 ways are there to open the new session. Okay, now you can come back here. Just click on the create new session. What system will say? System will open the new session. Or else you can just click the Control N. Control N also, it will be open the new session. Okay, how to open the new session? That is the option number 1. Okay, or else you can come to the systems, click on the create session. See now it is also open the new session. Okay, to open the new session, either you can come to the system and create the session, or else you can directly come here and click on the create new session. It will be enable the new session. Then how to close the existing sessions? The next one is that If I want to close the now you can see here, I have opened the multiple sessions here at a time. How can I close these sessions? You can come here, system, and end the session. Okay, you just click this one. See, now completely it has been closed. Now let us assume you do not want to close one by one. Let us assume you have around three three sessions which has been opened. Let us assume three sessions are opened here. Now you do not want to close each and every screen. You want to close all the screens at a time. Just come here, /n, okay, ex. Just put it as a ex, enter. See, now entire screens, okay, whatever the screens you have opened, all the screens got closed. Okay, again you need to come back, you need to open the new one. Then trying to log in again because I have closed all the screens. Okay, then now, so now this is what we have seen, how to enter, how to create the new, how to open the new screen, how to terminate the existing sessions. Okay, now let us talk about the now let us talk about the SAP screens. The SAP has been divided into the two screens. One is a easy access screen. Remember from here onwards, okay, you need to please try to concentrate. This is the easy access screen. Then another one is the SPRO screen. Okay, how we can reach the SPRO screen? I will show you what I did earlier. Okay, definitely I will show you. First, I will show you. Let me open the here the screen. I keep it side by side so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now you can say this is the easy SAP easy access. This is the IMG screen. SAP has given two types of screen. One is a easy access, another one is a IMG screen. So what is the difference between both IMG screen and as well as easy access screen? Now, SAP has given two screens. SAP has divided it into two screens. Number one is a easy access. Then the second one is a IMG access. Okay, IMG. Sorry. First, we need to go for SPRO. Then under SPRO, IMG will be there. Okay, so first let us discuss about the easy access. Okay, what we are going to do with help of the easy access screen. Remember, now the easy access screen will be used by the business users, and it will be creation of master data, postings of a transactional data, execution of the reports. Here, with help of the easy access screen in production system, or else in even development and quality system, I will explain you later on about those systems. Then the business users, end users, you might have heard, okay, somebody is working as an end user. Okay, what they are going to do, whoever is working in the business department, okay, now let us assume I have received a invoices copy from the vendor. I want to enter that information into the system, or else I made a sales purchases. Then what will happen? Then I want to key that data into the SAP system. As a consultant, we will not do such activities. Only the information which they want to feed into the system, end users will able to feed the data into the system. Okay, but we will not feed the data into production system. Okay, even testing system development system we can, but production system, in production system we never ever touch that production system. And even first thing is that we will not have any access to do postings, to do some changes, okay, in the existing transactions or new transactions. Okay, we will not have any authorization in the production system. Only business users and authorized persons will have access in the production system. Okay, now, okay, so this is the easy access. Here, whenever the business would like to enter some business transactions, okay, then they will come back and they will access this screen. Then the important point here is that when business is going to feed the data into the system, let us assume I want to create some master data like a vendor master data and as well as GL master data. And with help of them, we would like to post to the, okay, let me give the example so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, the SPRO screen. As I have explained, by using the SPRO screen, sorry, by using the screen, business users can able to enter the data. Business users can able to create master data and feed the transactional data into system. Then now let me give you the real time example. The example, for example, we have received or we have received a vendor invoice copy, vendor invoice copy that we need to feed into the system. Then see, now I have received the invoice copy. Then I want to enter the transaction relevant data into the system. So earlier days, what we were using, so initial days we were using some books, okay, to enter the debit credit entries. Okay, now to avoid that things, now many people has developed some are the softwares, okay, to key the transactional data. Okay, now, so now you want to enter this information into the system. Then if you want to enter the vendor invoice related information, let us think about simple scenario. You have purchased one laptop. You want to enter that information into your books of accounts. Okay. Then how many quantities did you purchase and what is the cost per unit? Okay. So then how much tax you had already paid? So you need to enter all the information in the system. Then in order to record that information, what you would require? Number one is you would require is a company code information is to be required. Let us assume company code is a let us assume 1000. Vendor number, vendor number, let us assume is a, this is the vendor number. Then what is the currency? Let us assume the currency is the Indian rupees. Then what is the, I mean, laptop is an asset for us. Okay, let us assume asset. I'll enter laptop. Okay, this is the GL account is to be required. Okay, for vendor, we will create master data. Okay, I will explain you. Laptop is a, I mean, GL for laptop. Okay, let us assume I have created a asset. Now, with this information, you need to business users, okay, they are having the invoice copy. In that invoice copy, the invoice copy is nothing but a bill. Okay, so now from whom you have purchased and what is the cost. Okay, I mean from under which company code we need to enter that information. Then the simple way, if I would say, what is the accounting entry? The vendor account will be sorry, vendor account will be credited, then to asset vendor account will be credited. It's not the debit. Okay, vendor account will be credited. Then my laptop will be debited. So asset is debited, vendor is credited. Now business users, what they are going to do with help of this information. Okay, now vendor data is the master data. GL account is a master data. What they will do? Okay, now as a consultant, we need to make sure that all this data is to be available in order to enter this information into the system. Now, while they are entering data, okay, now this with help of this master data, laptop and vendor master data, they are just entering they are feeding the data into system. Remember, the important point here is that when they are feeding, okay, the point number here is there. When business users are creating master data and entering transactional data into system, this the system will not generate any transport request. Remember, that is the difference between transactional data and configuration data. We'll see that one. I will explain you later on. Configuration data. Now, see, now what I am trying to say, when I have created a master data, let me show you that one. Okay, what is mean by master data and all? Then I will explain you later on. Now let us see that one. Now I want to create one GL account by using the easy access screen. I am only talking about the easy access screen. Financial accounting, I will explain you the path and others information. I'm just giving the example, master data, GL accounts. Now, if I want to create any GL master data with help of easy access screen, let me create here. Okay, if I would like to create any master data here, is not exist. See, now I'm creating the master data here. Since it's a balance sheet account, assets, sorry, it's expenses related, then other expenses. Let me try to, I will explain you later on, but I'm just giving the example here since this is the master data. Okay, what information I am feeding, I will explain you later one by one. Now, as soon as once I created the master data, system did not created any transport request. Point number one, when we are going to, okay, accessing the easy access. Okay, even the business users also, when they are using easy access screen. Okay, we need to understand it will not generate any transport request. Then when the business so now this is the end user screen. Easy access screen is a end user screen. Even they do not have access for the IMG screen. Okay, IMG screen is the consultant screen. Okay, all the implementation guide related activities will be performed in the IMG screen. Okay, so now, so the consultant will have the IMG screen access as well as the easy access screen. Then for end users, for business people will have access only the easy access screen only, because they do not want to, if you even if they want to do, I mean, they know the business process, but they do not know what needs to be configured in the system. That is the main important thing. That is the reason you will be as a consultant, you need to make sure that what will be the business requirement. You need to do the configuration according to the business requirement. Remember, this is the easy access screen for to create master data and to feed the transactional data and to execute reports with help of this easy access screen. Then business will do that. Business will perform that activity. Now let me go to the SPRO screen. SPRO. What is the stand? What is the application of SPRO? Semi-programming runway operations. Okay, the application of SPRO, semi-programming, semi-programming runway operations. SPRO stands for semi operations. See, semi-programming runway operations. Okay, what we are going to do with help of the SPRO screen. Now, as soon as once we enter SPRO screen, if I go to SPRO, then click on reference IMG. IMG stands for it's an implementation guide. Either now this is the screen. It's a I mean where it's a IMG screen where I can able to enter the transactional code. So this I will explain you later on. Okay, or else if you know the transaction code, you can come directly. Or else if you want to reach the IMG screen, then come here. Now come here tools. Okay, the path, if you do not know, then come to the customizing IMG activity SPRO. Okay, you can go by this way also. I will explain. We will talk later on that one. First, we'll see what are the screens are available. Okay, now IMG screen. Now the purpose of the IMG screen as a consultant. Okay, now here in this example, we talked about only the vendor master data, GL master data. Those two things will be created by the business people. But now, who will create the company code and currency? Okay, in which posting period we are, I mean, we want to do the postings. All those things, consultant need to do the configuration. Let me come down here. Simple way, whatever the activities we will perform in IMG screen. The system will create a transport request for each every activity. So now system will try to create the transport request, whatever the activities which we will perform in the IMG screen. Now let me see that one. I want to create one company code. Let me see that one. Let's see how the system will create the transport request, because you need to understand this and all fundamental things. Now let me see that one. Then city. Yeah, currency language. Okay, these are the parameters I have entered. Now you can see here. Okay. Now you can see this is what I'm talking about. When we have created master data, the GL master data system did not ask this transport request. The moment when I am there into the IMG screen, I'm doing some activity in the IMG screen. But here the system is asking the transport request. What is meant by the transport request? Okay, now today I have created one company code and I have created currency, and also at the same time I have created some posting periods. Okay. Then I have created some other, I have done some other activities in the IMG screen. For each and every activity, the system would require transport request in order to save your changes. Because what will happen, let us assume this is the client is a development client. Now, once the development in development server, once we do the configuration, the same changes if I want to, okay, if I want to do the same, if I want to transport the changes or if I want to replicate the same changes in some other system, quality system or production system, then there is a way, whatever the changes we are going to do, then we will assign all those changes to one particular transport request. Let me create new transport request. I'm creating my own transport request. Just click on the create new transport request, ABC Limited. Okay, no need to give here how to create the transport request. Now let me save this one. System will generate separate or individual number for each and every transport request. Now just enter this one. So now this is the screen, the IMG screen is the consultant screen. Okay, the consultants will do the customization as per the business requirements. Okay, now and also at the same time, whatever the changes I have done, for all the changes I need to I need to record those changes into my transport request, because today I have done 100 steps. Again, if I want to do the same steps into one more system, then again it will be the difficult to do the same changes into another client. So that is the reason what I need to do. I will bring all the changes from one client to, okay, a client number 800 to, let us assume 1000. It's a 900 client. What I will do, if I want to bring the changes, okay, I will show you one more thing. See, the same one TR, one transport request can be used for multiple tasks. Okay, now I am doing configuration. Here is the, let us assume test. Okay, then try to save this one. What system is asking here? Again, system is proposing the latest transport request. Okay, whether you want to use the existing transport request or you want to create a new transport request, the decision will be up to you. Okay, if you want to create new transport request, then you can click on create and you can create the new one. Okay, but my suggestion would be, if you are doing the configuration for, let us assume, basic settings, or it's a accounts payable, accounts receivable, okay, you can use the single transport request. Please do not create multiple transport requests. If there will be any business need, then only you can create multiple transport requests. Otherwise, try to use the same transport request. Now, earlier what I have done, I have created one transport request. Okay, now what I will do, Okay, hi. So that power got fluctuated. So again, okay, I just joined here. So what I was trying to explain here. So whatever the activities which we are performing with help of the IMG screen. Okay, now then the same transport request we can use the multiple times. Remember now, just save it. Now data was saved. Now the second thing is that okay, then system will generate a transport request for each and activity. Remember the same transport, the transport can be used for can be used for multiple tasks. Remember multiple configuration tasks. Remember then how to view the transport. The advantages of the transport request is that then no need to do the same configuration into the multiple clients. Okay, then to avoid that manual activity, then we will bring the transport request from one client to another client. Okay, now how to view the transport requests? Okay, now to view the transport requests, the transaction code is a SC01 or SC09 or SC10. Now, and now if I go here inside of this one, how can I view the transport request? SCG, okay, SC01. Let me go here. Now you can see here, this is your username. You need to key your username, then go and display the transport request. What you have created, now you can see this is the transport request. What we have created just now while ago, but we will talk more about this one later, upcoming session. Okay, now we just discussed about the IMG screen and SPRO screen and as well as the easy access screen. Okay, now the next one is that okay, to reach the destination in SAP, to reach the okay, in SAP to perform the activity, to perform any activity, we can go by either path or it's a transaction code. So now in SAP, for each and every activity has been divided into the the each and every activity, okay, has been divided into the two things. Either you can go by the pathwise. What is mean by path? Okay, let me go here. /n. Let me go here. Now, if I want to post or if I want to, okay, let us assume I want to post the vendor invoice. I do not know the transaction code. The first option number one, what we have, we can go by path. Okay, now how can I go path? This is the path: accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry, post to the vendor invoice. Either you can use FB60 or okay, F-43. First, you can see here, I want to post the vendor invoice. Then you can see here, this is the path. Okay, because we do not know. Now, if I know the transaction code, what is the transaction code? F-43 is the transaction code. Directly, if I know the transaction code, how to enter the vendor invoice, then directly I can come F-43. Directly the system will take me into enter the screen, I mean to the vendor invoice screen, because I do not want to go by the path. If I know the transaction, then so okay, now if we want to perform each and every activity is associated with the transaction code. The transaction code one, okay, either you can go by the path, or either you can reach the by transaction code. If you know the transaction code, it will be well and good. Otherwise, you can go by the path. Then now the next one is that okay, we have seen about the transaction code and path. Let us assume I am keep on using a vendor master data, I mean vendor related postings. Okay. Now I want to, my job is that as a end user, I want to use these two transaction codes, okay, repeatedly. I want to set, okay, because I do not want to go, okay, go by path, or I do not want to enter a transaction code. I would like to set these transaction codes as a favorites. How can I set these two as a favorites? There are two options are there. Select the transaction code and simply drag and drop here. Now you can see here. Then, but here it will be there. Still, it will be there. Okay, you will not change here. This one. Now let me do this one, or else you can select this one. Click on the add favorites. Now you can see this has been added. The transaction code has been added. Now once you will log in into the system, this will be available for, I mean, until you remove. Okay, this transaction code, even let us assume, if I go log off completely, I'm just logging off today. Now the next moment, if I log in, then the favorites will be there. Okay, now you can see no need to go by path, no need to go enter the transaction code. I'll come back. If I click here, directly I'm reaching to the okay, this transaction code to enter the vendor master data. Remember, then this is the way how you need to set the favorites. If you do not want the favorites, you want to remove this one, then select this screen and right click it. Okay, or else what you can do, then select this one and you can see here delete the favorites. Delete the favorites. Okay, so that you can able to remove the transaction code from the favorites. However you want, you can do it. Okay. Now this is what how you can able to do the settings. Okay. Now how to set favorites. To set favorites in SAP. Okay, we have already seen. Okay, each and every activity is associated with the transaction code. Okay, now let us assume somebody has logged into the system but they did not logged off. Okay, now you want to perform some activity. Okay, so but now not the transaction, not the master data, not the transactional data. Okay, somebody has logged into, okay, you want to enter some exchange rate. Okay, exchange rate, if you remember correctly, now what is the currency exchange rate today compared to Singapore dollar to Indian rupees, or else US dollars to Indian rupees? You want to enter, feed the data into system, but somebody has logged into the okay the same screen. Somebody, I mean, they forget to logged off. Then in such situation, okay, what you may notice the entries the somebody has logged. Okay, you will not able to see that one. Okay, let me show you that one. How you can able to see the screen. So then what system would say? System will show that the logged entries. Okay, let me go to here. Financial accounting. See, one person if already logged in and other person cannot able to log in. Let me show you. Okay, directly I'll go to here slash and OB before. Okay, I am already there in this screen. Let me open the new screen. OBD4. See now what system is telling that the data is locked by user. Somebody has been locked. Okay, now if I'm using this data, then that is fine. Okay, if I am not using, okay, I just opened this screen. Okay, I went away. In such situation, if you want to remove that locked entries, how you need to do that one? Go to transaction code SM12, enter, then remove, always remove the user ID, then click on the list. You may notice some lock entries here. Okay, just click on this one. It will be selected all the entries. Then delete the entries. Delete the locked entries. How to delete the locked entries in the system? Okay, then to delete the locked entries in SAP. Okay, use the transaction code SM12. Now, okay, now in we have discussed about the easy access screen and IMG screen. Let us discuss about other things also. Here, I know the transaction code. Okay, now I know the transaction code. If I want, okay, I am there. The point option number one, I am there in easy access screen. I know the transaction code. I want to reach there. Then FB50. We'll talk about FB50 only. Okay, FB50 only. Whenever we will be there into the easy access screen, just enter the transaction code FB60. The system will take you into the FB60 screen. Now you can say vendor invoice posting. Let us assume I am there into the IMG screen. See, now I am there into the IMG screen. Let me try to enter the same FB60. See, now system is not moving. System is staying there itself. See, now in easy access screen, no need to enter any prefix in front of the transaction code. Whenever we are there into the okay easy access screen, okay, remember when we are there into the easy access screen, no need to enter no need to prefix anything in front of the transaction code. Remember, this is what we have already seen. Now, when we will be there, when we are there into SPRO screen or IMG screen, IMG stands for implementation guide, IMG screen, we must have to prefix N or O in front of the screen. Then what is N, what is O? When we will key the N, when we will key the O, I will explain you. Now, let me go to SPRO. Now I am there into the IMG screen. See now, option number one, I do not want to, I want to close this screen. I want to open the new screen in the same screen. Okay, now let me enter /n f dash, okay, FB60. What system will do? System will close entire this screen. The FB60 screen will be appear in the same screen. See now, the existing screen has been closed. Now the new screen has been opened. When I entered N, when I have prefixed N in front of the transaction code. Remember, let us assume I want to keep the same, I want to keep the screen remain open. I want to open new screen. Let us assume in front of in place of N, what you can do, just keep it O F-02. Okay, I'm trying to open another screen, but I do not want to close this screen. Remember, okay, you just keep it O. Enter. Let's see. Enter GL account postings has been opened. Now we can see still remain. I could see vendor invoice screen. Okay, now what system did? System has been opened the another screen without closing the existing screen. Remember, this is what the the prefix N and O. And also when you will be there into the easy access, no need to keep prefix N, no need to keep O. If there is a particular requirement, if you want to open O, new screen, then you can key the O. Otherwise, in easy access screen, no need to key anything. Okay, remember, this is the one important thing. Okay, up to now, what we have seen, okay, we have seen the basics of the SAP screens. Okay, what is meant by easy access? What is the IMG screen? Okay, how many screens we can able to open at a time? Okay, and how to close the screen, and if the same user ID will be used for multiple logins, okay, how we can manage that one. All the things we have discussed. Let me do one thing.